Go. So, good morning, everyone. Good morning, BSAT 1B and BSAT 1C. Since Serene told us that we will not meet you because you're taking your rest off because of your work. Okay, so I will just send this video recorder lecture for you to analyze and study the said or the topics that I will going to tackle. Okay, so Ralph Waldo Emerson said that first wealth is health. Okay, um, so health is the most significant matter that we really need to take care of. Okay, not the money, not the things that you want, but the health that we have right now. Okay, so do you desire to be a person like this who exercises and eats a nutritious and full of nutrients food, or this one? Okay, overweight or obese who's likely to eat a non-healthy foods. So, as Johnny Mitchell used to sing, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. So, due to the advancement of technologies brought by science, our life has made easier and faster. Okay, such as our cell phones, laptops, and everything that is manipulated by technology. Okay, so as much as we want to save time, our energy, and to do things more faster than ever, efficiently and conveniently, we have lost something that is very significant, which is the physical activities. Okay, so we will tackling about physical fitness. Okay, so what is physical fitness? It means that we have the ability to perform a specific task or our daily task efficiently without undue fatigue. Okay? Undue fatigue meaning with less effort and still have the energy to perform extra activities in case of emergency. Okay. So we will be tackling about the fitness components and parameters that is using in a certain physical assessment test. Okay. Number one is health related fitness. So it directly attributes to the physiological functions of the body in order to contribute to good health. Okay. So this fitness assessment is more focused on what can the body performs on a certain um, assessment or physical assessment. Number two is the skill related fitness, meaning it is a fast learning and development of the motor skills. This enable an individual to perform physical or sports activity in high performance level. So in skill related fitness, it tests our ability, okay, our ability to do a certain exercise, while health is focused on what our body can do, and on the skill related fitness, it focuses on what we can do. Okay, so for the psychological fitness, it is relates to biological system that are influenced by one's level of habitual physical activity by Borchardt and et al. 1990. Okay, so physical fitness. So what are the components under the health related fitness? Number one is cardiorespiratory endurance. Okay, it is the ability of the heart, lungs, and blood vessels to supply a sufficient amount of oxygen needed by the body during exercise or workout. Meaning, this cardiorespiratory endurance focuses on the capability of the hearts and lungs and all the blood vessels and the amount of oxygen that really needs to work out during this kind of exercise. Next is the muscular endurance. So it is the ability to sustain a level of muscle intention, also to perform repeated tasks without getting tired. Okay, so this is important in preventing muscle injury and maintaining good posture. So we really need, as it's stated in the picture, we really need to use our muscular or the ability of our muscles for the certain time, okay, such as planking. So planking requires muscular endurance or the ability to stay longer on a certain amount of time. Okay. For the muscular strength, it is the ability to lift weights, most considered components among all physical fitness. Okay. Mostly it is performed in Olympics, specifically in weightlifting. Okay. So really need to strengthen our muscular on the part of our arm and legs and also our core. Okay. So next is the flexibility. So these components allows the muscle to flex and all the joints in body to move in their fully range of motion. Okay. So basically, you need to stretch out the muscles that you have in order for you to extend and perform a certain exercise that requires flexibility, such as visit reach test. Okay. And lastly is body composition. So WHR and BMI and heart rate is what falls under this category, which is the body composition, the measure of your body fats in your lean mass. So for the skill related fitness, here are the following skills that you need to perform. Namely, number one is the agility. So it is the ability of one's off to shift in different directions quickly and efficiently. Meaning, your body changes from one direction to another direction with a time, with a short span of time. Okay. Next is balance. So balance is the ability to stay in equilibrium in static body positions or when moving. Meaning balance, you really need to stay in concentration when balancing your body. Okay. So flexibility and balancing is one of the correlated parts of physical and skill related and health related fitness, because balance requires stability and flexibility requires flexibility requires joints, and joints provides us balance and stability in our body. Next is coordination. So coordination, one's ability to use the sense, like the sense of sight, hearing, combined with other body parts in performing such things. So coordination, it is utilizing or performing a certain skill that requires two or more multiple senses in our body. Okay. Meaning, we really need to combine or to perform at the same time the certain exercises that requires coordination. So next is reaction time. So from the word reaction time, it is the ability to react and make decision quickly. Okay, react and make the decision quickly. Okay, so speed, it is the ability to move quickly in a range of motion, meaning you need to perform speed in a short minute of time. Okay, and last is power. It is the ability to apply maximum force at minimum time. Okay. So for the psychological fitness, name is metabolic fitness. So metabolic fitness is the ratio between mitochondrial capacity for substrate utilization and maximum oxygen uptake of the muscle. So skeletal muscle is an extraordinary plastic tissue, and metabolic capacity fitness change quickly when the level of physical activity is altered. So metabolic fitness requires our oxygen, okay, and extends our muscles in this activity, and for us to change a quick amount of exercises for a physical activity. For the morphological fitness, a non-performance component of fitness related to body composition factors such as our body circumference, body fat content, regional body fat distributions. Mainly in morphological fitness, it is the observation or analyzation of the fat distribution and body circumferences that analyzes if a certain person is at risk. Okay, and for the bone integrity, a non-performance component of fitness related to bone mineral density, meaning it it monitors the minerals that the bone absorbs on our body. Okay, so for the comprehension check, for the activity 2, okay. So for our activity number 2, you need to classify the following physical fitness parameters. Write only the letter of the correct answer on the space provided for. Okay, so you need to identify if a certain related fitness is falling under health related fitness, skill related fitness, or psychological fitness. Okay, and then submit this to me via face to face. Submit this to me next week. Okay, next week. Okay. So, what are the following physical fitness tests? So, physical fitness test is a test designed to measure different physical fitness components. Physical activity, fitness, and wellness go in hand. So, they are equally significant or important, especially for sports person as well as non-sport person. So, this type of test helps our teachers or your teachers design appropriate activities in your PE classes to develop your strengths and improve your weaknesses in the different fitness parameters. So, on the health-related fitness, we will be conducting the strength and endurance testing, the plank test, cardiovascular endurance testing, Cooper 12-minute run test, the flexibility, which is the VC reach test, and the body composition, We are done here, the BMI and WHR. Okay? So for the body composition, we're done tackling this one. And also for the WHR. Okay? So now we will be discussing the flexibility testing. So this test is very essential in determining if you have postural imbalance or limitation in terms of range of motion. Okay, so this one is a VC Rich test. So this test measures the flexibility of the lower back and hamstring of our muscles. Okay. So for the equipment requires, you need to require a tape for marking the ground, marker pen, and ruler. So with the tape, mark a straight line on 2 feet long on the floor as the baseline, and a measurement line perpendicular to the midpoint of the baseline extending 2 feet on each side. So use the marker pen to indicate every half inch along the measurement line. So the point where the baseline in measuring line intersecting in the 0 point. Okay. So how is the procedure? So the subject removes their shoes and sits on the floor with measuring line between their legs, with the sole of their feet placed immediately behind the baseline. So heels 8 to 12 feet apart. 8 to 12 inches apart. Okay, so the thumbs are clasped so that the hands are together, palm facing down and placed on measuring line. With the legs held flat by a partner, the subject slowly reaches forward as far as possible, keeping the fingers on baseline and feet flexed. After the 3 practice tries, the students hold the fourth reach for 3 seconds while the distance is recorded. Okay, so make sure that there are no jerky movements and that fingertips remains level and the legs flat. The farther you reach, the more flexible you are. So this is how you will going to do the VC Rich test. Okay, you need to sit behind the walls and clasp your hand. Place the parameters, the tape and the ruler, and slowly go down without any jerky movements. And then after you're done, after the hands touches the ruler or the measurement, then record the distance of your hand. Okay. Next is the strength and endurance testing. So according to Elizabeth Quinn, strength testing measures the maximum amount of force as muscle group can exert at one time. Okay. So muscle endurance testing by comparison measures the length of time and a muscle group can contract and release before it fatigues. So one is the plank test. So the plank test is a simple fitness test of core muscle strength and also used as a fitness exercise for improving core strength. So the purpose for this plank test is to measure the control for body and endurance of the back or core stability muscles. So equipment requires flat and clean surface. You need to stopwatch, recording sheets, and pen. Okay. So the procedure. So the aim of this test is to hold an elevated position for as long as possible. So start with the upper body supported off the ground with the elbows and forearms and the legs straight with the weight taken by the toes. Hip is lifted off the floor, creating a straight line from head to toe. So as soon as the subject in the correct position, the stopwatch is started. So the test is over when the subject is unable to hold the back straight and the hip is lowered. Okay. So please refer on the ratings. If you can do more than 6 minutes of planking, and it is excellent. For the very poor, rating, you only get to have 15 seconds of planking. Okay, so for the boys, you need to bend your arms, then slowly slowly stretch your legs, and then hold as much as you can. Okay, and for the girls, you can do the girls position of planking. Okay, so for the cardiovascular endurance testing, we need to do the Copper 12-minute run test. So the purpose of this is to test the recovery of the cardiovascular system. The Copper 12-minute run is a popular maximal running test of aerobic fitness in which participants try and cover as much distance as they can in 12 minutes. Okay. So the purpose to test aerobic fitness, the ability of the body to use oxygen to power it while running. Okay. So equipment requires flat, oval, or running track, marker cones, recording sheets, and stopwatch. Okay. So for the procedure, place markers at set intervals around the track to aid in measuring the complete distance. Participants run for 12 minutes and the total distance covered is recorded. So walking is allowed, thought the participants must be encouraged to push themselves as hard as they can to maximize the distance covered. So you really need to run for at least 12 minutes. Okay? For at least 12 minutes. You can jog also, but do not walk. Okay. So for the normative data for Cooper, 96 is available for this test. So for the male, the excellent one, for the male, if you are 13 to 14, 15 to 16, 17 to 19, or 20 to 29, please refer your age here. And for the female, please refer your age here. And the following ratings that you gain on a certain meters. Okay.